All right, should be live now. But yeah, no, I hooked up Chuck with that that ad network. Looks like they're pretty interested. They're running some of the ads for some of the big podcasts in the
You think how much are you think they're going to be able to take care of his, like, the exact thing?
Yeah, I think they'll be able to cover his costs and then some. So
yeah. That would be amazing if he can get some consistency in his revenue.
yeah,
things. I really help him out.
the battery's dying. Yeah, it might be Black Friday in general. Just might be canceled this year.
Huh?
That Black Friday in general just might be canceled this year, like in the sense that people don't care about it because it doesn't have the frenzy when people aren't rushing out to the stores to buy stuff. Maybe people just don't feel like it's Black Friday. You know what I mean?
Huh.
People have bigger concerns. They're not, it doesn't have the momentum that it had. So that might be what's hurting everything. So
That's interesting. I mean, shit. If a deal is offered, whether it's a Black Friday deal or something, like, I bought a bunch of shit because of fucking Black Friday online. Like, I already bought a bunch of courses or trainings because they were good deals, or because I wanted, like, it, So I'm like, I'm not the representative market, but it's interesting to see what it's. I mean, as one of the things, right? As marketers, or as entrepreneurs, we think like, okay, the list, the offer, and the copy. So right now we're talking the offer, because Black Friday is the Black offer plus copy in some ways. What's wrong with Black Friday offer the way we have it set up right now? I can't, like, is it possible to overdo or like give too much to people? Like, is it possible to confuse the audience with, like, or not confuse, but I don't know, overwhelm, or is there like, should I have not even touched the sales page and not added any bonuses or anything just to, you know, just
no, I mean Black Friday, people are looking for deals. Like I don't think that would have made the deal less, unless you feel like it made it too complicated where people didn't take up the deal. I don't know.
I did not like you can go check out the sales page. The top part of the sales page is exactly the same. It's only when I start talking about what's included is when I start stacking the bonuses. Like, I'm including this and I'm including that and I'm including this and that.
Yeah.
I used to have 4 bonuses. I added like another 6 more to the damn thing to make it even more lucrative. So I didn't really confuse anything in the sales. Like, I didn't even touch the copy on the front end, on the top end of it. It was the exact same copy because I was, skeptical. But I did mess around with the checkout page, and now I have brought it back to the old checkout page that I had. So that might be a thing, though it would be shocking if that is indeed the thing. Like, it would just blow my mind that the checkout page is me. Huh?
Yeah, it's unlikely that checkout page would have caused that. So
yeah.
I'm starting to see how it's still early, but for Bulldog Mindset, I've got 2 lifetime membership purchases and 2 $1 trial offer purchases. I would expect to have a lot of $1 trial offers.
Oh, you sent that email how long ago?
Like 30 minutes or so.
Like an hour ago, I think. Yeah, I saw those 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not looking too good there.
So funny, man. This is like the counter of everything I know, because it was actually shit was actually good all year, and on Black Friday it's gonna go down. How is that possible? Right? How's that for climax, anticlimax?
Yeah, it's weird, but
How much are you offering the lifetime deal for? $1,000?
$800.
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, they get the real estate course for free. They get a bunch of other things with it, like they get a monthly call just for lifetime members.
Or separate.
Hmm. Yeah, so
You didn't mention that in the email. I guess those emails are coming.
well, maybe not in the email, but on the sales page, it's got all the stuff there. So
It's a good deal. I like it. I think the lifetime, like, it creates exclusivity, and once a month coaching call means that you get something separate from what everyone else is getting.
yeah,
It's a good deal. You could have even like it could have even have been an annual version of something. Like only when you have annual, you get these once a month exclusive coaching calls with me or something. But yeah, lifetime is just as good. 800 is a pretty good deal. Are you
I'm
offering this as an upgrade to people, or are you offering this only to new members?
just to members, just to people who are already members.
Just to insiders. Okay.
Yeah, for now, I want to see how this
How many
plays out.
people are there in your list? In your
Uh,
member?
in
800,
the
right?
well, I need to make sure. I think Tim should offer it to people who have canceled already, or who have canceled, because there's about 2,000 people that have either been members or canceled. So
So how many clicks did you send so far? Probably not more than 100 clicks to this deal.
I don't know yet. I'll have to look it up. Actually, let me make sure that I
I
tell
mean, if
Tim
you
to.
said 100 clicks and you scored $1,600, that's a good $16 per click.
Yeah,
I don't think you could have gotten more than 100 clicks for people who are members, because it's only like 1,000 people there. Even 100 clicks is ridiculous, but let's just say ridiculous 100 clicks. That's $1,600. So for your members, it's an easy sell. At least so I think.
yeah, I think so. I mean, because it's a good deal for them, right? If they're gonna plan on sticking around for a while anyway, then they might as well get the lifetime membership. Plus, there's like discounts in the future. And then one of the things I was going to tell him, which is that, and I'm going to do this anyway. I've been thinking about this. I'm going to raise the base price of the membership to $50 a month, because I have over 800 members now, and so at this point, like, I'm not increasing the traffic by a large degree. So if I want to increase the revenue, I should just increase the monthly price. I should try it. I might go up $10 and then go up $10 again, and then that'll get a good push of people in. And I think I can sell it at $50 a month just as
I think so.
reliably.
I think so. And I think you should do 2 steps
Mhm.
of price increases.
Yeah. This way people know that you're serious about it. So
Yeah, no, and the thing is there's a built-in urgency every single time.
yeah.
If you do 1 step, then you just get 1 time to sell that urgency, but you get 2 times to sell that urgency. And you can even, like at that time, you can even offer people annual deals. Like it can be, I know you don't like the annual deals, but I think there is some value there to say, hey, you can lock in or even cheaper annual deal.
Damn, I
I
feel
like
like
your
I'm
new look, John.
I was just about to say that I feel like I'm the only one who's not in the matrix here.
Look at this, man.
You guys are looking like badasses from the Matrix, and I look like I just rolled out of bed.
You look like a Vogue.
Like a what?
You look like a Vogue badass.
A wolf? Yeah.
Woke up.
Awoke. Yeah.
Oh, I look woke.
You look woke.
I'm woke.
I know kung fu.
You woke up.
I got woke. Someone had to talking to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was late. I went and picked up a breakfast burrito because it's a holiday, and yeah.
You did it.
So I'm going to be eating while we talk, but anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna raise the price. That's what I'm thinking. Like in next year, I'll take it up to eventually to $50 a month, and we'll see. Because if I have 800 members right now at $30 a month, there's no reason why I couldn't raise the price on that. So
Yeah, yeah, it is true. I think at this point, raising the prices or offering a premium tier are the only two ways to make more money in this.
yeah,
game.
what I'd like to do is raise the prices, because I talked about offering the business tier, but I think the first step was to raise the prices to $50 a month, and then to offer the $100 business tier, and then they're not as far apart.
I think for people who are willing, like who are interested in business,
Uh,
I think whether they're paying 29 or 49, like people just would be willing to pay for business. That's about it. I think $99
fair.
for a business membership.
You gonna raise the price on new people or everybody?
New people. I'm not gonna
That's
do
what I
it.
thought.
Everybody.
I'm not gonna do a Netflix. Netflix just did it again. They're like, hey, you could afford $1 more, surely. There you go.
That's what John's gonna do every month. Every day is just a penny more.
Yep.
But what I might do is actually, instead of doing the business tier how I planned, maybe what the business tier is a like $300 to $500 a month group coaching, and it's considered the business tier. It'll have like some additional stuff, but really what you're paying for is like 2 calls a month where you're in a group coaching call. 'Cause
Well, then
I-
you will cut down on your mastermind and all those things. So you got to be careful which way you go, whichever way you go. There has to be a balance of low price versus high price, right?
Yeah, but I don't care about cutting down on the mastermind, because let's say that I have a business tier that's $300 a month for twice a month coaching calls, right? And then everyone who's in the mastermind says, well, fuck that. I'm not going to pay $1,000 a month. Like I'll just join the business tier. So then basically I lose out on that $4,000 a month revenue. But
So I think there's a price, like there's a reason why people don't really do this pricing tier, the $300 a month pricing tier, I feel, or something in that neighborhoods. I haven't seen many offerings because you can't realistically support 100 people in a group coaching setting in something like that. So think about this. What I'm trying to say is the offer itself gets confused, or not the offer, but the offering or the value delivery is different. And I've been trying different things, and I feel like that's a big part of this puzzle. If the value delivery is group coaching, and if it is such that I'm going to do interactive, calls, just like what we're doing here, then if you get 100 members in there, you just realistically can't do it.
Well, there's a lot of people that are doing it with 100 members, where they just have like whoever shows up, and they maybe they end
Who
up
is
having like
doing
40,
it?
50.
Who is doing it? Can I
Well,
say?
like the one that you were talking about, the woman's business one where she charges $500 a month, right?
Who? Yeah, 600, 500 to 600. That's what I'm saying. At 300, it's not. And she only has like what, 30, 40 people in there. So it's like 20K a month from that, which is good.
Well,
but it's impossible to scale this unless you add another one and another one and another one group, right?
yeah, you could be a little more proactive though on it. Like if you have 100 people in there, you could say, okay, these people are the people that haven't gotten a question answered most recently, right? Or something like that.
If you start doing
You could
shit
follow
like
up with them.
that, I'm just, if you're gonna do that to me, I'm just not gonna pay. I'm just gonna elect out.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say, fuck you, I'm gonna go somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
If I'm paying, I wanna get my questions answered. It's not about whether you serve other people. I want to be served if I'm paying for what I signed up for.
That's true. The other thing you could do though is you could also put some kind of thing together where people can submit their questions ahead of time and vote on the ones that are the most relevant or something like that. Gives you a little more time to prep, but then you're also helping the most people.
When you do something like that, you can't charge 300 or 500 bucks. Then you're only charging maybe up to 99 bucks. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's a 99 buck tier where you can actually say, okay, I'm not directly doing this one-on-one kind of this group coaching setting. But then the $200, $300 price point just doesn't, like, like people have to feel like they're going to get interaction out of it. And
Mhm.
people who are paying 200 or $500, they're going to show up for those calls. And when they're not
Yeah.
going to get their questions answered, or you're going to be on the call for 3 hours, that's your prerogative. But
That's true.
the
Yeah,
challenge
because
is that
the mastermind is everybody gets a turn, and so everybody gets the value.
and you're charging higher.
Yeah.
If you're charging $1,000 a month,
Mm.
and you're saying, okay, 4 calls a month, $1,000 a month, and I'm only going to have 10 or 15 people in this mastermind, then it's good because you're attending to each and every one person there and you're taking care of them. But
Yeah.
at a price point where you want to go massive scale, you lose. I feel like you lose on that front. That's why I'm kind of skeptical of this.
Yeah.
So either
Yeah.
you go lower end or you go higher end, but anything in between is very complicated.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's true. Well, it's I'll have to look at it once
Yeah,
I
like
cross
if you
that
think
bridge.
about what is your ultimate ambition as to what you want to build it into, then you can step back from it and see what you can do, right? If you want to build it into a $50,000 a month business, just for the business side of things, this will be really hard to do.
Right. Yeah.
In the sense, $300 a month, $50,000, you need 200 members to pull that off. And 200 people on a live call who are all trying to get their questions answered, even if 100 show up, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you'd have to stagger it and have like group A and
Right.
group B.
You would have to do a lot of those calls to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you would be like, okay, Tuesday is my business group coaching day, and all day long I spent. This is
Yeah.
session 1. This is session 2. This is session 4. This is session 8.
Yeah,
And
but
you guys-
the other thing I want to throw out there is if you have 100 people showing up, you're not going to have everybody show up. So let's say that you're doing real well and you're getting 50% of your people to show up. So you have
Let's
200
work
people
from the-
subscribed. That's a $60,000 business right there if they're all paying $300.
Hang
So
on.
for $60,000 a month, are you willing to do the extra calls or whatever?
So-
It may be worth it. That's all I'm saying.
So let's say $60,000. 200 people signed up for this. 100 people show up on one call. You can't service 100 people. You can at max serve 10 people in a call like that. 15 people, let's say. 10 people is what I would say max who show up. 10 people, more than that, you can't really do that in an hour. I would say it still takes more than that. It usually takes around 10 minutes per person when you're doing more interactive coaching to really understand where they're at to give them feedback. So 10 minutes per person, 100 people, that's 1,000 minutes.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
might be quicker. Let's just say it's not 1,000 minutes, it's 500 minutes. It's just
One
5
thing-
minutes per person.
Yeah. One thing you could do is you could just do like basically have an open coaching call every single day for an hour, and then whoever joins can join whenever they want.
Dude, you want to do that shit?
Well, if you're building, like, if that's what you're trying to
Really?
build, like you just
Man, that's
spend
the
an
last
hour a day. Yeah.
Oh, no, please don't do that.
know.
You're gonna I mean, you're gonna hate your life at some point. You're gonna be like, fuck, I'm gonna this is like a treadmill I've created for myself where I can't get out of.
Well, an hour a day is not bad. I mean, but
And it also, here's the other thing. When it's an hour a day, hear me out on the other end of the spectrum. People feel like there's so much to offer and I'm not taking advantage of it. Then also,
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah.
Right. And people check out just because they're like, I don't know, like this is so much to offer, I can't do. So that price point is really difficult. So you have to be very clear on what your end goal is with this. And only if that end goal is you think is realistically met in that price point, then you go after it. Otherwise, I think the sweet spot is either you do the $99 or you go all the way to $1,000 where you serve a very select group of clients and you're good with that.
Yeah, I think my thing, the reason I agree with Manny isn't, kind of the treadmill thing so much as we're trying to invent a space that fits into that, right? So, at the $99 level, the things that we're talking about offering there, that's pretty well proven. It's pretty well understood, and you know what you're going to do there. At the $1,000 level, it's the same thing, right? As far as the mastermind, you're offering a mastermind. People know what it looks like, what you're putting together and what you're trying to do. With the $300, the issue is you're trying to invent something in the middle, and it's not clear what that's supposed to be. And so you could do all the experimentation, or you could nail down the other layers first and then see if there's a middle ground that people are bringing to you and saying, I want this.
See, when people are paying like under $99 a month, they're not expecting you to have that kind of engagement with them, right? But as soon as you go into 300, 400, 500, now people want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets really confusing. So if you are okay with having, again, that's why I keep saying, what's your end goal? What's the vision for this, right? How much do you want to generate from it? Because depending on it, or how many people do you want to serve, which you pick one of those metrics and then you work backwards from it.
Yeah.
Because if you want this to be a $50,000 a month recurring, just the business side of things, then you either have to pick the masterminding side of things or just go mass market.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Get 500 people at $100 a month. I feel like that's much more realistic in your market right now, because people are used to paying $29, $39, $49, no big deal for just life. So why not pay additional for business?
So you're saying like at $100 a month, 500.
Yeah, $99 a month is totally like that. People will do just to get insights and just get people questions, a little bit of questions answered, and be a part of the community of people and all those things. Especially if you say you're gonna have some sort of an entry, or maybe not, but people will pay $49 to $99 for some sort of a membership like what you have there already for business.
Yeah.
But at 500, you really have to create, I don't know how, or 300, what you're saying. It would be a difficult thing to, unless you say it's only once every 2 weeks, group coaching.
Well, that was originally the plan, but I don't know. I'm going to start out with just raising the regular membership price, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Hey, what about you, Chuck? Have you seen? Are you doing any Black Friday thing? Have you seen anything as far as stats on how it's going so far?
Am I doing a Black Friday deal? No.
Yeah.
The only Black Friday deal I'm doing is I'm putting an episode up that I did with Manny for the Double Your Productivity by 5 p.m. today.
So all our data is skewed. It's all coming from the same one product, and we're fucked.
Yeah. Well, no, I've got another deal, but I'm not seeing much happening with it. So.
Yeah, it's interesting. I am shocked that it's not moving forward. But
people have been doing Black Friday shopping though for the last week and a half. So.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been official, but I don't know.
It is.
It's not as exciting. I think that's the real problem, is that it's not. It doesn't feel like Black Friday, so people are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Damn, man.
So you're not seeing major updates or major throughput on anything?
No, it's been a terrible morning of Black Friday sales for me and for the promotion we're doing with John, which is the same thing that we can't, I can't see anything moving in the right direction right now. And I did I was trying to do a pilot test on my list yesterday, and I did, and it's not converting. And it's the same offer that has every single time I've run a promotion, it has converted. And I only do it once every 6 months just to keep it such that it's very clean. But every 6 months I promote it and it converts like crazy.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking business, man. Sometimes it just is like, the most challenging, like confusing thing.
Yeah.
Because you're trying, and you're like the data doesn't always give you all the clarity you want. Right? The data only gives you a little bit of clarity. And now, so it's like a black box. You put some stuff in, you get some data out, but that experiment is not enough to get all of the
Yeah.
information on that black box. You need different angles and different experiments to be able to do that, but then you only get so many shots as an experiment to pull it off. So it's like, well, what do you do now? How do you figure this shit out now? It's
I think you just kind of have to go with your gut. It might have been better to just stick with the original offer that you'd been working on the sales page for. You know what I mean?
might have been, but it's like, dude, like, okay, let's talk about that. I'm happy to understand why that would have worked better.
Well, because the thing is, like, you kind of just have to go with your gut to a large degree, because
So
a lot of this stuff isn't. It's
my
not. You don't
gut
have enough
says
data.
my gut says that this was a much, much, much better offer. It was ridiculous, like what I'm offering here. Because so much more value in here compared to what we offered last time around.
No, I agree, but what I'm saying is that the plan was originally to something completely different, right?
You mean the bundle?
Yeah.
The book summary bundle?
Yeah.
It did okay, man. I tested it on my list. That's why I didn't want to mess up with your list. I wanted to give you guys a promotion that actually worked.
Yeah.
A promotion that was like, okay. I didn't want to deliver, like, I didn't want to create a new monster and then not know if it will work or not. And that's why I went through the whole testing phase on our end to see if it will work. It did okay. Like the thing about that offer was that it converted the earnings per click or earnings per email, as I would say.
Yeah.
Basically the same as offering a $39 price point product, as in one summary pack.
Okay.
So the earnings per click were no different on one summary pack versus 6 summary packs, right? Even though the dollar price point of the offer went up, the conversions went down, it was the same. In which case, I would take the low price point every single day.
Yeah, for sure.
I acquire customers, right? This shit is like, you don't acquire as many customers, and just it's useless if you can't acquire enough customers. What's the use of high price point? So
Yeah.
I didn't feel it was impressive. That's why I pulled the plug on it for you and for me. Like, I was like, okay, no, let's not do this deal. Let's do the deal that was proven 6 months ago. And 6 months is a decent time to pull it back into the mix, usually. At least I have not seen any drop off. If anything, double your productivity has only performed better over time as people have gotten exposed to it.
Yeah.
And every 6 months we promote it, and it only sells more. So
I'm getting an error now on devchat.tv, so I've got to figure out what the heck is going on there.
On your website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cloudflare is reporting a 502 bad gateway.
Oof. But your podcast is live, right? Yeah, I already saw like a bunch of clicks. You sent like 20 clicks or something already.
Yeah.
So it was all good.
Yeah.
What's crazy is the email that went out yesterday. The one that Tim wrote, why you should not be grateful today. I've gotten a bunch of replies from that. This guy replied, he said, I hope you don't mind. I shared the entire message on my Facebook wall. Thanks for the message. So it definitely hit well, so I'm surprised.
I liked that email. That was good.
Yeah.
Did you tell him this, or did he write it on his own accord?
He just wrote it on his own. He just like looks at my stuff and then he's gotten really good at like writing stuff that sounds like it's in my voice. So, man, this sales page is really good for your thing. I'm really surprised at it.
For double your productivity?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck's going on? It's
Yeah.
blowing my mind right now. In the middle of pandemic, it was converting. In the
Yeah.
middle of shit going down, in the middle of the economy going into shit and the Dow plummeting and everything going to shit, it was converting like crazy.
Yeah, it must be something with Black Friday this year. Who knows? Oh,
Well, I'll keep hustling on my end till this is fixed. Like, we've been there before. At least I've been there before, where the offer initially doesn't convert, and you know, at least you try a few things and
yeah.
it does convert. Like, I was kind of despairing for the book bundle as well, but then it converted as usual. Didn't do anything extraordinary. So maybe this will just go back to being a regular promotion, but not extraordinary promotion.
You
But
even
right
have
now, huh?
I was gonna say you even have the picture of you with chicks in Bali. And how's that not converting?
That shit is not converting. Believe that. People don't want to be me anymore.
Dude, the basement picture too, dude.
Dude,
This is like
that's the
solid.
shit that was what was killing it back then.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
basement picture, I got I got replies from people. They're like, dude, that's crazy. It's amazing.
Hmm.
Like, then I looked through my phone and I'm like, where is my picture of me of a selfie in the basement? Because that would have been even more killer than the basement itself. But
Yeah.
I couldn't find it on my phone. I don't know, man. I am so confused. Sometimes I don't know. Like, how do you go about debugging an offer is something that I've always questioned and concerned, or questioned and asked for myself. And it's too early sometimes. And sometimes the problem, I don't know, man.
Well, wait a minute.
But
Okay.
the deadline is not clear, so that also changes the things.
What is the actual offer? Because when I go to the checkout page, it says $497.
Then there's a coupon code.
Yeah. See, I didn't notice the coupon code, so I don't think other people are either.
Well, yeah. So
Where I click the button, it doesn't have the coupon code.
see, that's the thing, that Tim is not used to writing for coupon code, maybe, because all of my emails are written for coupons.
Dude, I don't think I would do the coupon code thing on something where it's this much of a price. I feel like you should just change the checkout to be the price.
Dude, this is exactly how we ran it last time when we did it in June.
With the coupon code?
I did it with the coupon code, but I'm very explicit with the coupon. He put it in PS, or he put it below the click. I put it above the click. Because if you put it below the click, people will not even know that there is a coupon.
But you know what? Okay, so the email that he sent out yesterday with the sales page, it didn't have the coupon code. I guess
Yeah.
he didn't put the coupon code until today. So people, it was just a teaser for yesterday, and then I don't know.
Yeah, last two emails that he sent out, he didn't really put the coupon code, but today he did put the coupon code, but that was also like as after the click. So then it's like, where is the deal, right? People are thinking, hey, it's the same. It was the same price as yesterday. Nothing happened. But
Well,
when I write my emails, I write for the coupon.
I guess we need an email to go out that has like the coupon code.
Well, every email needs to
As the
have the
main.
coupon code as an explicit part of the offer.
Yeah.
Every email should have the coupon code before the click. Maybe I need to call up Tim and talk to him about it and make sure he doesn't think the coupon code is not relevant. But yeah, So I need to talk to Tim and check the emails. On the other hand,
I think he
Even
needs to have
my-
like a big block at the top of an email that says, don't forget to use the coupon code to get the deal.
right, his was very subtle, like, oh, by the way, there is a coupon code. That's not how I would do a Black Friday deal, right?
Yeah.
I would make the Black Friday, like the Black Friday coupon in big bold letters, so people grab it.
Yeah, I think we can save it if you tell him to do that for the
I'm
deal.
gonna talk to him after this call and get
It should
all
say
the
the-
email.
It should say the price. It should say, this is what the price is and this is what it'll be discounted, or I don't know, there's
Well,
somehow it needs to indicate, because people are gonna get turned off if they don't realize, if they look at the sales page and then they see that high price and then they're like they're not even gonna punch in the coupon code. They need to already know that it's gonna way knock off the price. You know what I mean? I think that's what's going on here. That's weird.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely see that being a problem. I need to talk to Tim after this call and fix up any emails that he has in the pipeline for this.
Well, this is going to be fun. I just figured out what's going on with my server. It was running a Bitcoin miner. It's been doing it for the last 2 weeks.
You did that on purpose?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You're
Yeah, I
mining
distinct-
Bitcoin?
Yeah, no. So I've probably got to strip it down and set up a new server.
So someone's been hacked your server and has been running a Bitcoin mining software. You're
Yeah.
part of a node of Bitcoin miners.
Something like that.
That's weird. Are you admitting your own server? Or is it a VPS?
Yeah, it's a droplet on DigitalOcean.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, yeah, I mean, the coupon definitely is a problem.
Yeah.
But remember, last time we ran the sale, it was run only because of coupon, but I write all of my emails for coupons, so that might be a problem.
Well,
I
yeah,
think-
and you wrote all the emails last time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be pretty explicit that that the coupon's going to give you a big discount off of that price. So
I mean, yeah, every discount I run is a coupon discount. I never run a sales page discount. It's just too complicated because it creates mess in the system, and it also doesn't give people a real value perception. So I have to go check on all of Tim's emails to make sure the coupon is front and center of the offer.
Yeah.
That might be a thing. But to add to it, even on my list with the coupon front and center, I sent like the email that I sent yesterday. I only got one sale out of it. So something else is also broken. Either Black Friday is broken or
could be. It's 2020.
I don't know, man. I'm not inclined to believe that just yet. I think this is going to be the best Black Friday ever. It will. I'm convinced. It'll just take some time and some work to make it happen. I'll work with Tim on the emails. And I'll work. It will goddamn it be the best Black Friday ever. It just has to be.
okay.
Option. There's no other option, Chuck. I'm telling you. There's no other option. It will be the Black Friday of the decades.
I'm pulling for you.
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. Working overtime, trying to figure
Yeah.
this out. I even skipped my Thanksgiving meal with my girlfriend to work on this damn thing. She's pissed at me for that, but it was what I had to do. So,
Dang.
you know, I know it was a big deal. I'm sure you guys probably all know that something like that would be a big deal. but I just wanted to get this freaking fixed up. So
Yeah, I'm trying to see what it's looking like for open rates and click rates on stuff, but
I think you guys are doing pretty good on the clicks you're sending.
yeah,
With the number of clicks you've sent, I would have expected around $7 to $8 EPC at this point.
yeah.
And we're getting more like 30-cent EPC. That I am definitely like I am 100% on board with you. The offer, the coupon is what killed it. This email, but you know, we'll salvage it with the next email, and with all the
Yeah.
emails going forward. I think with your list, because they saw the offer 2 days, and then Tim also said, "I'm working with Manny on a big deal," and then people go and it's the same deal, and they're like, "What the fuck did you work with Manny on? Like, what did you convince him of? It's the same price as earlier. Like, what the fuck's going on here?" So yeah, I need to talk to Tim about this today, or not today, right now.
What's
But
crazy
that's
is I know some people that are selling courses for like $500, $800,
Mhm.
and but I guess their audience is conditioned to that price range.
Yeah, that's always going to be the case. Like you will sell 500, 800,000, like just because it's not about the explicit price point, it's about the deal
Yeah,
right now, right? And when people are not feeling that it is a deal, then there is no deal.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I do think
If it's
that
a,
though
if it's a
this year
2000,
is different.
if it's usually a $2,000 product and you're selling it for $500, people will buy that thing because they are used to seeing it for $2,000 and they know they
Mhm.
wanted it at some point. And at $500, it becomes too much of a deal to resist.
Yeah,
I think what you just said about the coupon is the biggest thing I need to fix.
yeah, that's probably true.
Well, let's get a fresh person on the hot seat here because I'm tired. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I mean, so it's funny because I went back and I listened to last week's Entre Programmers,
Yeah,
and you know, Manny's telling me, you know, you need to go and you know create this mastermind where you're helping people, you know, level up their careers through podcasts. And for whatever reason, I didn't hear the with podcasts part, right? And so then we did the podcast interview on Wednesday, and he he tells me, I've really been thinking about this and you should do this. And that's when it clicked. And I'm going,
oh,
yeah, I need to be teaching people how to level up their careers by teaching them how to start a show. And that it makes total sense to me. And so I told him I was going to make a plan by today and present it to you guys, but I haven't had time. I will have a plan by next week, or a worst case scenario after the summit.
Well, what's the rough outline now? What are you thinking about?
So what I'm looking at this point is, so I'm looking at starting or pulling something together where I'm doing kind of the group coaching thing or the one-on-one coaching thing that you were talking to John about, just so that I can get a feel for where people are at and what kinds of things they're struggling with and how the podcast can help them. Because if I can speak specifically to those problems, then I can offer them the solution. So, and this is something that you guys told me to do. I think I'm going to do it a little different from what you guys proposed, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically offer it to people. Hey, we'll jump on a 30-minute call and I'll help you with, your career problems, and I'll position it better than that. But the idea is that if they will allow me to publish it as a podcast episode, I will do it for free.
Mhm.
And if they won't, then they'll have to pay my coaching fee.
I mean, why bother with all that stuff? I think the only thing you really need is this is your discovery phase. This is not your
Yeah.
sales phase. So I wouldn't worry too much about putting any specific conditions other than are they qualified candidates for what you're trying to do?
Right. But the thing is that if I can pull this together, then I come out of it with content that I can start marketing it with.
So here's the challenge with something like this. What you're going to end up doing in a call like that, when you're going in with the mindset of a coaching, you're going to give them a bunch of solutions. And then they're going to be like, all right, I'm going to go do it on my own. And
Right.
you lose out on the potential of having them as your customer. But if you do a call where you're like, let me just hear you out. Let me hear what your challenges are, like what your problems are, what your frustrations are. Okay, interesting. All right, I'll get back to you on and let you know if this is something I can help you with. Now you're really digging into the problems with an open mind, with open ears. You're trying to understand where they're at. And you're saying, okay, I'll come back with a solution. And then you come back with a solution, which is a form of a group mastermind or coaching or anything like that. And you say, okay, all right, let's, this is what it's going to be. You said these are your problems. These are your challenges. This is what we're going to do to resolve those challenges. And this is what it's going to be.
Right.
Because otherwise what happens a lot, and I've been there numerous times in coaching calls or potential coaching calls where people are like signing up for these quote unquote coaching calls, or strategy sessions. You're there solving their problems and they're like, okay, I got it. And then they never sign up for your coaching and they never really do the work because they never got it. They just feel like, oh, okay, well, I've gotten so much value from this call that I think I can do it all on my own. And they're like, oh, okay, all I need to do, like I've had people so many times, right? I'll have the call with them and I'll be like, okay, this is what we need to do. I think this is the challenge and the problem is this. So you need to fix this, this, and this in order to make this work. And they're like, okay, all right. I'm like, so you want to, work together? They're like, well, right now it's too expensive, but I think I know exactly what I need to do. So I'm going to go work on that. And then 3 months later, I'm like, hey, so we talked about that. Did you do it? They're like, oh, no, I got busy. I had other things, but that was a great idea. Thank you for your help.
That's
precisely again and again. I've seen this way too many times now. As soon as you get into the coaching frame of mind, rather than in a learning frame of mind, you lose. Your coaching only happens after they are willing to take action. And that means after they're willing to pay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that.
I have struggled, I have literally given away so much good coaching only to find that those people will never buy from me.
A lot of times when people email me for coaching and then they give me the whole email with all their problems or something like that, or even if they're not emailing, then what I'll do is when I respond, I'll do a video response and I'll say, look, I'll talk about all their problems and I'll basically say, I've got a lot of great ideas on how we can fix this. This isn't something that I can just give you in one video email, but yeah, but this is definitely something that, I've got a bunch of ideas as I'm reading through this, that we need to talk about. And then I'll basically tell them, hey, if you want to do coaching, we can jump on a coaching call and we can get these sorted out. But I can't solve this over email. I need to work with you on this. So
yeah, I mean, just a few days ago, I had a potential coaching client. He was talking to me about or potential client who applied for the mastermind. He was talking to me about all the different challenges in his business and what he was doing and all that stuff. And then, I went through everything. I tried to learn about the business. I figured out what he was currently doing, what his big plans were, what he was trying to accomplish and all those things. Didn't really give any advice because that was not the purpose of the call. The purpose was call was to learn. At the end of it, after I've basically heard him for 30 minutes, 45 minutes talking about it, he's like, okay, so what do you think I can do? What do you think I should do to fix it? And he comes up with all of these different ideas that he has. And I'm like, I right now in this stage, I am not equipped enough to give you all the answers to your problems unless I dig deep with you to understand exactly precisely what the numbers are, what the precise conversions are, and where you are with each of the product. Like, unless I know all these details, I can't really give you superficial advice, because that's not going to help you, and that's not going to help
Right.
you make your life better.
It,
And if I just gave you that advice, you probably will not be able to even apply it, because it wouldn't be in perspective to where your challenges are. So if anything, that advice, like, unless I can diagnose the problem at a serious level, my feedback to you is going to be useless. Right?
yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, initially I was like, because the way you described it at first, it felt like it's like, okay, well, I'm going to set things up so that I can come back later with a sales pitch. And
Yep.
then essentially, but what you're saying here, it makes a lot of sense, because I don't want to set people up for me to come back with a sales pitch. That's not really what I'm aiming for. What I'm
No,
aiming
you're
for
you're
is,
going to be very upfront and honest about
Yeah.
it. That's what I keep telling you.
yeah,
Don't say that there is any hidden agenda here.
right. But that's the whole point, is that it's not a hidden agenda, because at the end of the day, the truth is even if they're saying, look, my boss and I don't get along, and they give me this spiel for 20 minutes, at the end of the day, it's like, look, I mean, on any of these situations, yeah, I'm going to have to go deeper so that I can give you specific advice and specific strategies for dealing with that.
Okay, these are the 4 questions you're going to ask on this call. You have to be very explicit. Like, I think
Right.
what's tripping you up is the idea that somehow you're pulling a fast one on any of these people by saying that it's not a sales call and then asking them
Yeah,
questions.
that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. You're actually making it very clear that there is no sales. Like, literally, just last week, I had one of our a call with someone, and he listens. He watches Entreprogrammers, and he might be watching it right now. I don't know, because I don't have the chat panel in front of us. I won't pull out his name, or I won't say his name. But he told me, like, as soon as we started the call, he was like, Manny, I'm ready to buy whatever you're selling. So just let me know what you're selling. And I'm like, dude, but I'm not here to sell to you. Like, today, I just want to learn. Today, I just want to hear you out and see if there is anything I can
Right.
sell to you, and if there's a program there that would be a right fit for you.
Right.
And in the end, he was like, how much are you going to charge for it? I'm like, I don't have the program. So I'm not selling. And I really stayed true to that. Through the
Mhm.
whole hour, I listened to him.
Right.
I tried to understand everything he had to say, but not a single time did I make an offer for him to buy anything, because I don't currently have the perfect program designed. So I didn't want to just say, hey, yeah, here, because you want to buy from me, here's something you should buy from me. No, I said, I'll come back to you. I'll let you know when I have it ready for you, but not right now, my friend. And that's the approach you need to take in when you go in there. You're going to be honest with your opinion. You're going to be like, or you're going to be honest with what you're going in with. You're like, I'm here. I'm designing a program to help you up-level your career or get to become, get in the top 1% developers using the power of podcasting. I'm designing a mastermind for it. It's going to be only for people who are making over 6 figures. So if you qualify, if you're at least making 6 figures and you have ambitions of stepping up your game, then I would love to chat with you and understand your challenges and how or if I can help you with this program. Because I'm trying to design the perfect program. I want to understand from your perspective, what is it that you're struggling with and how
Right.
this program could potentially help you when I do design it and when it is ready for sale. So if you are interested in something like that, if you want to up-level if you want to go a higher level in your career, if you want to go to the next level and you need you want to talk to me and see if I can help you with that, I'm happy to chat with you. That's it. I will not sell you.
Right.
You should etch this you should literally tattoo this under your eyelids inside your eyelids. So it's very clear. You will not sell on this call.
Yeah.
You have no agenda except to learn about the perfect offer that these people want. You have no agenda except to learn what is it that these people really want. Because once you figure out and once you have those calls recorded and you have their exact language and you have their exact pain points and frustrations and challenges, and then you come back and say, all right, guys, you said these are the things you wanted. I have created this program. This is what it's going to be like.
Right.
This is the offer. Happy to jump on another call with you, talk about this offer and see if it's a good fit for you,
Yeah.
right? It's a completely different conversation because you are not trying to, you don't have any agenda anymore. You're putting the agenda up front. Like, I will sell you something,
Right.
but not today. And I will only sell you something if you are the right fit for it. And
Right.
if I think, if my product is a good fit for you, then we'll sell you. If not, it's not going to work for us. So don't worry.
Yeah.
I am asking for you, if you are making six figures and you want to up level your career, you want to be in the top 5% of the developers in your industry, and you want to use the power of podcasting to do that,
Yeah.
I'm designing a program just for that. So if you're interested,
Right.
let's talk.
Right. So I'm just
Okay,
qualifying people and then getting their permission to come back and sell this to them later.
You're telling them up front, hey, I'm designing a program, a premium program for developers who are making, for six-figure developers who want to go to the next level in their careers. Make it obvious, 6 figures. Let's just say it. Because you don't want, like, even if you got 1% of your people participating in this, you would have an amazing business. And that's the starting point. You don't really care about the remaining part of it, right? But you just explicitly say, I am designing a program. It will be a premium program. It will be a high-end program. It will be designed to help you get the results that you want in this space where you can use the podcast to up-level your career. I have done that. If you want to do that, let's talk about it. On the call, I will not sell anything. I will just hear you. I'll listen to you. I will try to understand your pains and frustrations. And if I feel like I can solve that problem for you later on, not today, but later on that call, this is not a sales call. You have to be very clear. This is not a sales call. I will not sell anything to you. Even if you beg me to pay you money, I will not do that.
Right.
It will only happen after I have designed the perfect program that I believe will help the most number of people take their career from an average developer to a top 5% or top 1% developer using the power of podcasting.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, don't let anything else like muddy your judgment about this thing.
I think the other place I was getting hung up was I hadn't narrowed it down, right? So I was thinking all of my listeners, I'd be,
Don't worry about all of your listeners. You only need 100K people who make 100K. And I bet there's probably 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 people who make at least 100K in their career on your listenership, right? So if you had a pool of 5,000 people who are already making 100K and you're advertising just to them saying, hey, do you want to actually potentially double your income in the next few years by stepping up your game?
Yeah.
And building influence and building a personal brand as a podcast, building a personal brand as a developer. Like there's so much like you can play with here. The more I talk to you about this, the more excited I get. Because I think what John did, how to market yourself as a software developer, was step one in that direction.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about blogging. But he didn't really, like in the title, John didn't sell a result. But you could sell a result in the title.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think, John?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's and if I had to go back and I was just talking to Tim about changing how to market yourself, like completely changing the name so we sell the results. So that's
dude, it's so funny. Chuck, what did we talk about in our podcast, like before the podcast on Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Well,
I literally told Chuck, I'm like, John missed one little thing in the title there. He sold the means and not the result. And that's why it probably doesn't perform as well as it could have. And here you are saying the exact same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally like what John is doing, you could do the exact same, you could sell the exact same thing.
What do you mean what John is doing?
How to market yourself.
How to market yourself? Yeah, I was just making sure that you weren't talking about Bulldog Mindset.
No, not right now. I wouldn't want to fuck up your business like that. No, but how to market yourself? He did it for blogging. You do it for business. You literally take John's fucking copy, man.
Yeah.
Like that copy is great. It's just the title I don't believe in, but the copy is great. because he talks about
Manny gave me permission to plagiarize John.
Okay.
the copy. The copy.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And then, yeah, I mean, if I can get a mastermind or two running.
Yeah, focus
Where
on
we're
your
solving
one
those
data
issues.
mastermind
Yeah.
where you're going to be working really hard to get them the results, right?
Yep.
Even if you charge premium, get them results, get 10 people paying $1,000 a month for a 6-month program or something,
Mm-hmm.
and market the fuck out of it. Or market, what I mean by that is you're teaching them how to build a personal brand, build a celebrity, like make them a celebrity in their space by building a personal brand using the power of podcasting.
Yep.
John did that with blogging, you did it with podcasting. I don't see why you couldn't pull off and make more money than John did in his launch, because you have a much bigger list.
Yeah.
And
Challenge
John,
accepted.
and I'm gonna keep piling on here, because John was able to pull it off with a list of what, 5,000 people at the time?
3,000.
Yeah.
3,000 people. He pulled off a launch, $35,000 with 3,000 people, and he was basically writing about programming on his blog. It wasn't any different at that time.
Yep.
You are producing all of these podcast episodes, so the stuff is there. It's there. I don't know if there's any other competing program in your space, so this is your opportunity to go after it right now.
Yep. I don't think there is. And what's interesting is that I felt for a long time that I ought to be creating a podcasting course. And so this kind of all ties it all together. Like everything that I've been talking about for the last several months, it ties it all together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Cause yeah.
And so, yeah, essentially I help these folks, but yeah, then it's focused on, okay, we're going to get you this outcome with podcasting.
Yep, exactly. You have to sell the outcome, not the means. Podcasting is,
Yep.
who cares? I couldn't care less about podcasting or YouTubing. If you told
Right.
me you're going to just, in the next 1 year, you're going to make me a celebrity in my space as a programmer, and I
Yeah.
have to do like 4 hours of work a week, I'm signed up, man.
Yeah.
Right? If you were to make that offer to me 10 years ago, when I was working in my, I will put on the head of the guy 10 years ago when I was working in my engineering career, right?
Yeah.
10 years ago when I was working, and you'd be like, Manny, hey, would you like to be able to like never be dependent on a specific employer, because you knew you had so much cachet in the market space that you could just you would develop so much brand that anyone, you could go to any employer tomorrow and get a job there. Would you like
Yeah.
that power? I'm like, dude, how much are we talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You're selling them the power that they are never dependent on another job or another employer again.
Yeah.
Right? If you told me you don't have to ever depend on an employer again back then 10 years ago, and you said, and you would be a sought after engineer in your space, if all you have to do is 4 hours of work for the next 1 year, that I tell you, every 4 hours of work every week for the next 1 year, and I'll get you there. Are you on board?
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me. Right? So you have to learn the language of people. At that time, to me, the most important thing was not being beholden to an employer. I hated that idea that someone held the strings to my life.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I've talked to people before about their careers, and some people it's, well, I just want to stay current. I want job mobility, which is what we're talking about here. But, I want to learn new technologies, I want to, but podcasting offers all of those things, right? You get to learn the technologies you want from the experts you want to, because you just invite them on your show. You have the mobility because you just turn around and honestly, after my first job in programming, every other job I got after that, they took one look at the content I was creating and said, okay, you're hired.
Exactly. Never have to go to a grueling interview again. Dude, sell me that shit. Tell me, Tell me that I will never have to go to another job interview again, and you will already have a job offer more or less lined up before you
Yep.
show up at the job interview. John has the same stories on his
Yeah.
how to market yourself when he was charging $300 an hour, right?
Yep.
Sell that, man. Like, not sell that right now, but that's exactly what you would tell people, that this is what, are you interested in something like that? Because I have a medium, I have something that will help you get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And only I can help you because I've done it and you've seen me do it and you've seen what I have created here.
Yep.
I have the secret sauce. That's what you're saying.
Makes
'Cause you
sense.
could
I just have to get
easily-
devchat.tv up again.
You could easily just go and be like, okay, let's jump on a coaching call, a strategy session, and I'll record it. And you go on the call and they're like, oh, I want to do this. And you're like, all right, yeah, I think you should start a podcast. And the place to start a podcast is Libsyn. And all you need to do is get a good mic and record an MP3 and put up the podcast on Libsyn, and boom, man, you're good to go. And they're like, oh, that's
Yep.
great. Thank you. And dude,
Yep.
you will not hear from that guy again.
That's
The
true.
guy will be like, oh, I got it. I figured it out. I got the secret sauce. I know exactly what I need to do. I'm going to go do the work. And the motherfucker will never do the work either.
Well, that's another thing that drives me nuts is I've advised a ton of people and
No, they
I
won't.
tell them what to do and they won't do it.
They won't do it unless their skin is in the game, man. That's why
Yep.
sales is important, right? Sales is the driving force of change. Free advice doesn't change people,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
It's true.
Only when people invest money will they actually get their butt in the seat to do the work, to make the change happen. If they don't put the money
Yep.
in, they don't really get excited about it, and they don't do the work. I still remember the time when people were buying some of my programs, like especially even now, like when people buy them at the top of the market price point, whatever that might be, they are so much more committed than someone who buys it at a sale or at a discount.
Yeah.
Every single time, so much more committed. They show up for the calls, they show up for coaching calls, they do the work, they're doing everything to make it happen. But people who take it on a discount, they do discount mentality. Their work is also shows up as a discount.
So true. So true.
So don't teach them anything on the call, just learn from them.
Yep.
Don't teach them, don't try to make them make changes, just learn from them.
Yep. All right. Well, I think I have a plan there. So once I qualify people, then I need to have a structured offer to come back to them with, right?
Yeah, you're not even qualifying. Hang on. You're not qualifying them on the phone. No, you're qualifying them on the podcast intro or outro that you're using.
Okay. So yeah, let's back up here. So what you're telling me to do is I put a message into the podcast that says, if you're making six figures, and do I need to put that in there or should I just put in there
Yeah, exactly. Put that.
Yeah.
Because if they're not making six figures, they're not the ideal
Right.
candidate for you. They're just going to waste your time.
right.
Well, and sometimes people will be like, "Fuck you for saying that I have to make six figures. I'm gonna apply anyway."
Yeah, and that's
well,
cool.
yeah.
That's fine. But at least they have the ambition to go for it, and they're going to keep
Yeah.
pushing for it. Which is
Exactly.
right? And I would take a guy who may not be making six figures, but he's like, I'm going to fucking make this shit happen. Like, all right,
Yeah.
man, if you feel it, do it. But I wouldn't let everyone apply for it.
Right.
You're right about that, John. So here's what you do. In the outro, you're going to say, hey, are you a six-figure developer? Are you making six figures in your career? And you want to
Right.
step up the game. At least you want to step up the game. You want to become indispensable in your business, or you want to have all the options you want in your career. You want to never feel like you're dependent on one employer, and you
Right.
want to double your salary in the next 3 to 4 years by becoming a celebrity in your space. If that's the case, I am developing a program, a mastermind program for that,
Mhm.
where I will teach people exactly how to do that by branding themselves, by building a personal brand. Now, if that is something that is of interest to you, I would like to chat with you for 15 to 20 minutes
Right.
and talk to you about what your pains are, what your frustrations are, and see if what I'm building might be a good fit for what you're doing. No, maybe let me backtrack. I wouldn't say see if what I'm building is a good fit for you. I want to talk to you to see what is the perfect program I can design for you.
Right.
And this is not going to be a sales call. I will not sell you anything. Even if you beg me with the credit card, I will not give you anything to buy at that point. All I will do is learn from you and see what I can design for you that's going to deliver on that promise. I know what I can do for you. I just want to create the perfect product here for the right number of people, for as many people as I can. And that's why I want to talk to you. So if you're interested, and if you want to be one of the few ones who gets into the program at a later time, let's chat.
Yep.
And here's the link to chat. So you're not qualifying on the call. The qualification is already done on the phone, on that initial outro call that you did, or the outro that you recorded. And you can also, like when they go on the link, you can also have another qualification, right? Do you make over 6 figures? What are your ambitions for the next 3 years or 5 years or 10 years in your career? What exactly would you like to accomplish? And then submit, and then they apply, they basically sign up for the call, right? You can do that.
Yep.
You don't have to, but you can. And on the call, you don't qualify. You learn.
Yeah.
You're learning, hey, what's your problem? What are your frustrations? What are your challenges? What's your dream? What do you want to accomplish? If I could do that for you, if I could help you accomplish these things, would you be interested in something like that? Okay. How much would you be willing to pay me for something like that?
Yep.
If I was able to help you put another $100,000 into your pocket in the next 3 years, how much would you be willing to spend for making an additional $100,000 over the next 3 years, or doubling your income in the next 3 years, right? If I can help you put an additional $100,000 into your bank account in the next 3 years, how much would you be willing to pay for it? And some guy would be like, most people at that point will never say like, oh, I'll pay you $100. No, they will basically sell themselves on it, and they'll be like, yeah, I'll probably pay like 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And boom, now they've already sold themselves on this, and they've already named their price for this.
Yep.
Right? You didn't qualify. You just learned, you asked questions, you asked 4 or 5 questions, and then you stepped away and you're like, all right, now I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah. What if they come in and I ask them how much they'd pay for it, and they do say $100 instead of the $500 I want to charge?
Then you just say, look, so then repeat the thing, then say, look, okay, so you're saying that if I could make you famous in the developer world, where people know your name and like employers are literally coming and reaching out to you to give you a job, that would only be worth $100 to you? What's the maximum you would pay if you would to get that result?
Yeah.
Right. And at that point, you don't really have to give them, like, you're not asking them to buy, but you're going to be very clear that unless they get to that $1,000, $2,000, or $500 price point or whatever you have, they're not a good fit. And you can let them know right away. You're like, yeah, I get it, man. You cannot afford it. I get it. This program might not be good for you, because the way I'm designing it, it is supposed to be getting you fast results. It's a premium experience for people who are willing to up level and who are willing to think bigger. This might not be a good fit for you, but thanks for your time. And they might come back and qualify themselves and say, oh, no, that's not what I meant. I would love to think about it, or I would love to up level and, be in a more premium experience.
Yeah. And then you say, but you didn't choose the color of the car, did you, Greg?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, so I think you gotta try this formula, see what happens, what comes out of it. Go in with an open mind, not with a closed mind of this is what I'm going to sell to you. More with like, let me figure out what is the perfect thing that they will benefit from.
Yep.
You have all the knowledge. You have all the activities to do this, to deliver this for people. You just need to be able to package it and market it properly to be able to do that.
Yep.
So I wouldn't shortchange myself, but every morning I would go and read John's sales page on how to market yourself as a software developer. And every night I would read it just so that just read it every morning and night. So you kind of get used to the terminology and the marketing, because it's good copy, man. It's good copy. It's perfect copy.
Yeah.
It makes common sense. Like if you're a developer, that makes sense.
Yeah.
To get that.
Yeah.
And you
Makes sense.
And then you've got a call with Developer Media, right?
Yeah,
do that.
Monday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully I think that'll work out. I think so.
Yeah, I had another company. They're going to sponsor 6 episodes of JavaScript Jabber. They're supposed to be paying. They said they transferred the money yesterday, but yesterday was a bank holiday, so I'm expecting that money to come in today.
Nice.
So that'll help get things paid, and then I've got to hire a new Michelle.
Hey, DevChat got some sales. Congratulations.
Yay! Yeah, well, the website's down now, so
No, but that sales are coming from my website, not from yours. It's going from podcast directly to the sales page.
the podcast also has the same link though, devchat.tv/.
Deep. I think the redirect should work unless you put them somewhere else.
Must be cached.
Oh, that's weird.
Yes. The link is
I
gone.
have, yeah, Cloudflare. So Cloudflare is saying it's getting a 502 bad gateway from the server, but I think it's cached at 301 redirect because it's a 301.
Yeah.
So because of that, the redirect's
working.
working, but if they're clicking through now, they're coming through it directly off of the show notes because the web page isn't loading.
Or we called it
What?
in our episode directly, right? That's your
Yeah, we did.
So they're just remembering it and they're going there. So it's beautiful. It's working. Even when your website is down, you're making money. How good is that?
It's frustrating because I want my website to be up.
Well, at least you're creating Bitcoin. I won't say earning Bitcoin, but you're creating it.
Oh, I shut that static down. Looks like the website's back up now.
Okay.
So I'm probably just gonna export it back up and then set it up on another server and then move everything over.
The only problem is if you export it back up, whatever hole is in there, the other person, they're going to be able to
No,
get back
I'm
in.
exporting a backup of WordPress.
Oh, okay.
Server.
Not the server. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so freaking frustrating. Because I have time for another fire to fight.
Yeah. I've had that shit happen to my server too. I've got this guy, this Linux admin in the UK right now that runs all my servers now, and he's like, he's like a super Linux geek. So he locks down everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I want a full backup that I can just drop on the other server.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens today. I'm still not seeing very many sales coming in on anything, but
yeah, those redirects are working now. Let's see. So according to this, we've sent 34 people over to you, Manny. And I've only put it up on JavaScript Jabber so far. I was going to get it up on the rest of the shows this afternoon. So you may get another influx this afternoon.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, if you can send over, I think last time, I wound up making like what, $1,000, $1,500, something like that.
Yeah.
So if we can do that again, that would really help.
That's what I'm hoping, man. My hopes are much higher than that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm being cautiously optimistic. I mean, it's possible that people are going to hit it, love it, and then go for it at a much higher level, but we'll just have to see if that is what pans out. So
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to make this damn thing work.
yep.
So I'm trying to figure out every which way I can to get this damn thing to convert.
Yeah, but if I can get this to convert, next week I'm putting up another bonus episode with another affiliate deal. Week after that, I have another one, and then I'm going to throw the other one that I meant to put out for you for the last few weeks. I'm going to throw that one out there.
Did you put this out on every podcast?
Not yet.
Okay. You might as well. Now that we know
I'm
it's
going to.
money. Yeah.
Because it's a Black Friday deal.
Yeah. It's going to convert, and it is value no matter what. Whether people buy it or not, at least we delivered on our end of the bargain, which is teaching them something really valuable about being productive as a programmer. Beyond that, hey, it's not like we're like, hey, Black Friday deal, go here, use this coupon and get the deal, which could be valuable. But here it was like 55 minutes of value and 2 minutes of pitch. So it was still very worthwhile. No matter what, useful. No matter whether anyone buys, it's still a useful episode, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally got my iPhone mini. Well,
what do you think?
What are we trying to compare the size over the screen?
You see how big this is compared to how small you like it?
Well, within the first hour of getting it, I dropped it and cracked the back.
Oh, you love
it. Oh, really?
So I have to get it replaced now. I've got the Apple Care thing, which is like still $99 to replace the glass, but I don't know. It's small. I'm not running anymore, so that was the primary reason why I had gotten the smaller one. But it's nice that it's like so compact that you can just, it's a little harder to type on, I guess, but it's I think I like the mini size. I think it's easier to carry around. So
yeah.
But yeah, I dropped it immediately. I had a hole in my pocket. And I put it in my pocket and it just went through the hole. Cracked. So
damn, cool. Man. Let's make money.
Yeah, we haven't had a really good Black Friday for the last few years.
Oh, that's I was really.
Yeah.
It sucks that no, it's not suck. Well, I'll figure it out. I'll work with.
Yeah.
I'll work with them on getting the copyright to get this working. It'll work.
Yeah.
Bear with me for a few more hours till I figure this shit out, or maybe a day.
Just get the coupons forefront, and then I think it'll make a big difference because we got the clicks. So
yeah, the clicks. Basically, people are saying it's the same deal as yesterday. What the fuck is the use of this shit? But hopefully,
oh sweet. I had a backup running on my website, so I'm just downloading it now.
A backup of your site.
Yeah, I have a Jetpack subscription, and it ran a backup yesterday.
There you go.
So I'll just copy it over. This is going to be way easier than I thought.
Oh, I did have a panic moment though when I got the new phone. I have my cryptocurrency wallet on my phone, and I did the Apple transfer. Well, yeah, I transferred my Apple, so everything was on my new phone. So I was like, okay, I don't need my old phone anymore. So I wiped my old phone, and then I was going for a walk, and I'm like, oh, let me check and see what the price of Bitcoin is. And I open up my wallet app, and then I'm like, it's like, would you like to create a new wallet? And I'm like, so I'm like, I was scrambling. I'm looking for the piece of paper where I had the secret code on there. And I type it in, and it and I guess it was the wrong one because it was like this wallet with nothing in it. And then I found another code and I typed them in, and then it's like invalid, passphrases. And then finally I found like a copy that worked, and I got it back.
Oh
But
my God.
Yeah.
How much money would that have been?
huh?
How much money would that have been?
I don't necessarily want to say on here because
A
but
few Bitcoins worth?
it was enough where I would have been crying.
Oh my God. I've never seen you cry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where are you at, John?
I'm in Northern California right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Come
okay.
back tomorrow. So yeah. Or actually I'm coming back today. So San Diego.
You want to go for a run later today?
I wish. I can't. My back is I'm still messed up. I don't know what the deal is, but
I'm going
not
for a
even
run
like-
today.
how far are
Let's
you
do it,
going?
man.
I'm just going for an hour.
Oh, okay. Now my
I'm
throat
I'm
is
not
even
doing
still
distance.
sore.
I'm doing time right now.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
getting back into building my ability to go for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm done. My throat is still like, it's not like super sore, but it's just like it's been like hanging on with a degree of soreness for the last like 3 weeks, I think. So whatever hit me hard, I'm pretty wiped out. I've got like back pain, and I don't know if it's, I think some of it is like muscle, like sometimes you can get hit and your muscles actually get messed up from being sick. So but yeah, there's no way I can run.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at getting a new iPhone, not the brand new one. I usually get them used. So I know you both just replaced your phones. So.
I actually, I'm not sure if this phone is worth it, to be honest. I might actually like the 11 better. Because
Well, I'm looking at getting an 11 or an X even. I mean, this is an
11,
iPhone 7 Plus.
an 11 is probably the way. There's nothing. What's this? Why is this better than 11? There's nothing here that's better than 11 except the price.
I like
Seriously.
the size.
Okay. That's, other than that, what else do you like?
I mean, I guess the camera is slightly better.
The camera is only good for camera, but for video, there's no difference. And for me, most of the work is video work.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
and most of the work is video front camera work because I want to be able to see what I'm doing on recording. And that's like the same. So I'm like, why am I spending all this money on something that's the processor is 20% faster and I'm spending $250 more for the same phone?
That's true.
Right.
There's really no other.
And the
benefit.
battery life is weaker. 5G, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck last year. And even this year, nothing is happening with 5G in the sense, I don't need any more data speeds than I already have. Like I can't use any data speed for anything.
Yeah.
Like what am I doing with my data?
Yeah.
So 11 is probably the way, like if I were to remake this decision, I would just get an 11 and be done with it.
Yeah, I've just been looking at classifieds and let's get a used one that somebody used and wiped.
OfferUp is the place.
OfferUp?
Oh yeah, don't go to classifieds, man. You might find some interesting transsexuals there selling phones. Selling phones in the name of phones. I don't know.
I've never used OfferUp before.
Yeah, OfferUp is for this stuff. Craigslist is lame.
No, it's not Craigslist. There's a local, it's KSL classifieds.
Back pages.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Wow, there are way better deals on here. Holy cow.
Exactly, because there's a lot more competition because everyone's selling the same thing. The only thing is I want my phones to be maxed out on the memory.
Oh, yeah.
Like 256 is the minimum. Like for me, I don't like small, pinky little memories.
I see what's going on. So they want offers, so they put the price way low.
There is different kinds of offers, but yeah, you do have iPhone 11. I think the going rate is around $700-800 even now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing on the other two. If I go to an iPhone X, they're a lot lower.
But you might as well buy it new at that point, like for $100 extra on iPhone on Apple website,
Yeah.
because the price hasn't dropped for iPhone as much, iPhone 11 as much, except that Apple itself dropped it by $100.
I wonder, does Apple take, because Apple's smart that they offer like free engraving on all their products. I wonder if they take like for a trade-in an engraved product as a trade-in. I don't think they do. I'm
They
guessing.
probably have to, because that was something that where like in the list of things that you, if you ever try to do a trade-in,
Uh-huh.
and the questions they ask you, there is no question about engraving.
Hmm.
It's only
But
about, okay, does the
How would they
screen work? Does it power on?
how do they resell an engraved phone?
What happened to your old phone now? It's done?
My old one? I shipped it back to them because I have the upgrade program.
So now this phone that you broke, now what? Are they gonna change it up for you?
You know how the stupid Apple Care program works? So this is the dumbest thing. Like if I file an Apple Care complaint, like thing for, what they'll do is they'll send me a little box to send them the phone, and then they'll return it to me in 5 to 7 business days,
And they won't give you a new phone, they will just fix it.
apparently. So I'm gonna have no phone for 5 to 7 days. So that's their little scam. It's like you're just gonna be like, I'll just keep the crack. I guess the only other alternative is go into an Apple store, and then deal with them.
Do they fix it right there?
Maybe. Who knows?
It might be worth it, because I mean, shit, you're gonna hate your phone, a broken phone you're gonna carry around for a year. Might as
Yeah.
well get it fixed.
There's got to be an Apple store between you and San Diego somewhere.
Well, I'm flying back, but
Oh,
yeah. So I don't know. It's worth the trip to go to an Apple store and deal with them, or is it like one thing I considered doing was just like sending in the phone and then just buying a new phone. Then when the phone comes back, I'll just sell it. Right.
And return it back to Apple just to say fuck you, Apple.
Oh, just do return
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Just to, because Apple is pulling a scam on Apple Care with you, you pull a scam on Apple, and you're like, as soon as you let this phone go, before you let this phone go, you let them ship you a new phone. Just buy it completely unlocked off of their website, right?
Yeah.
New unlocked non-carrier phone. When it comes to you, you pop the SIM from this phone into that, it will work. It'll do a backup from iCloud. You don't have to do anything. You can even put it next to this phone. It'll do everything. And then you give this to fucking iPhone, like, here, go fix it. If it takes 15 days, 10 days, that's cool, because I have 14 days to return this damn thing.
Oh, and return the new phone?
Yeah, after 14 days, you return it.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
14 return policy.
You
So
can't
now
return
you
the
pull a fast one on Apple.
Yeah, you can't return the old phone because they have the serial numbers on the phones. They know which one you bought. So
No, that's exactly, no, you're confusing it. What I'm saying is this phone is going to go in for repair. That's cool. Let it go in for repair. You buy a new phone. So this is old phone. You buy a new phone.
yeah.
You buy a new phone. You pop the old phone SIM into the new phone. You let it sync up from iCloud. Once that's done, you ship this to Apple to fix it. Old phone goes to Apple to get fixed. Old phone comes back from Apple in 7 days. Now you return the new phone to Apple because you're done with your work for the phone without any hassle to you. Because Apple is fucking your life, so you might as well fuck Apple's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he dropped the phone.
Yeah, but he paid $300 for fucking Apple Care, man.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of dropping the phone. That's why I don't buy this shit. I don't buy these warranties because I know how much hassle I have to go through to fix that shit. I might as well just buy the phone. If I drop it, if fucking at least last 5 years, I haven't fucked that phone at all.
Yeah.
So if Apple is gonna do that to you, you might as well do that to Apple, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. It's a hassle no matter what, right? So
I mean, the right thing for Apple should be that they send you a replacement phone for 7 days that you're not going to be able to use this one. But since they're not doing it, you are finding a way to do it.
oh wait.
Yeah.
See, now on their website, there's this thing that says iPhone Express replacement service. Replace your iPhone quickly with Apple Care Plus. I think I have Apple Care Plus. Express replacement is a benefit of Apple. We can send you a replacement iPhone before you return your product to us. We'll include the package and return a damaged or non-working product. So there's no fee for express delivery, any fee. So maybe I can just do I'm pretty sure I have Apple Care Plus. I think I did the Plus because the Plus is like with the theft and stuff. And I was like, so I just have to like contact their support, I guess. I should have done it already, but I just hate Apple so much, like with so much, like there's not very many, I don't hate any people. I don't hate any foods, but I hate Apple, like from the depth of my soul. Yeah. So I've dealt with their support. When they were supposed to ship this phone, they shipped it to the wrong address. And then I spent like 5 hours on the phone being told that it's my fault and not their fault. Even though they ship the box, like when you do a replacement upgrade, they ship you the phone and they ship you a box to ship your old phone. Well, they ship the box to send me the old phone to my correct address and then ship the phone to the wrong address.
That's funny.
And then they wouldn't admit. I was on the phone with the senior rep, which when you call Apple support, okay, if you want to actually have something done,
I need to bail soon, just so you
Okay.
know.
You have to talk to like a senior rep, and they legit told me, they're like, oh yeah, we'll have a senior rep call you to resolve the issue. And then I was like, cool. And then they're like, yeah, right now, to have a senior rep call you back, the approximate wait time is 5 business days.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, are you kidding? I was like, are you smoking crack? And then they said, oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to disconnect this call because you're using inappropriate language. Goodbye. So yeah, I don't like Apple.
Oh,
They make good products.
Sort of.
yeah.
Sort of.
My next computer is probably not going to be a Mac.
My next computer is going to be a Mac because I can't wait to get out of the Intel ecosystem at this point, given how good M1 is.
Yeah, the M1 is pretty good, but
the battery life on that shit and the performance on that shit is like, I have an old Mac. It's just that right now I'm in the transition phase where I want the big 16-inch, but I don't want the Intel 16-inch. I want the M1 16-inch.
Yeah, but you don't think that the PC market is going to come back and have an answer to the M1 to it? They're going to have a computer on a chip. They're going to have a computer on a chip. It'll be a couple of alliances.
Sure. You know how it goes with the alliances, right? How good that shit works. That's what has been the work. I mean, it's a great idea, but theoretically, but it just hasn't worked out so far compared to what Apple has been able to pull off.
I know, but yeah, but when it'll happen, it has to. Otherwise, the entire market will, you have to have some kind of competition in the market. And
I do believe that Qualcomm might have an answer. Qualcomm has been trying this shit for a while, so this might be Qualcomm's foray back into this market and all those things. That's all possible. Like Qualcomm might have a chipset that might be able to do all of this that Apple is doing as well. But again, like Apple is right now a generation or two ahead of, a generation not of like a 6-month cycle generation. Apple is probably like 2 to 3 years ahead of the competition at this point.
Yeah.
So now Intel to catch up with that, or AMD to catch up with that, or anyone else to catch up with Dell, or like any of the PC manufacturers to catch up with that, or any of the chipset manufacturers to catch up with that, it's a lot of work. especially putting like the genius, I think in all of this was putting the RAM on the system, right? RAM on the chip, RAM on the SoC that changed the game.
Yeah.
Because the bus loading becomes so like it's so easy at that point.
Yeah, it's a lot less expensive time
Yeah,
wise.
a lot less time bandwidth expensive, and everything becomes much faster. All the shit that Apple, like Intel, and all these computers have to do, going out and coming back, and going out of the microprocessor and coming back, even no matter how big a bus they build, they're still external. These
Yep.
guys pulled it all internal, and that's just when people are able to pull that off, when Qualcomm is able to pull that off, and when Intel is able to pull that off, that's when things will change.
Yeah.
But not right now. Even today,
Yeah.
Qualcomm has a Snapdragon processor, but its RAM is outside and it still consumes and it's not as effective. But once you have RAM inside, it changes the game completely.
Yep.
So
All right. Well,
we'll
I'm going
see.
to push us to thoughts because I really do have to jump off and get some other things done, like posting podcast episodes for
Like making money.
Black Friday. Yeah, making money. I've got to get the oh my gosh. I told Manny this already, but yeah, the ClickFunnels still the funnel still doesn't work for the summit. I had to move it all over to WordPress.
But didn't John tell you what's the purpose of ClickFunnels? John, can you
I
please
know.
what's the purpose of-
I'm just
you-
saying. I did it because it looked like it was going to be easier, and it turned out that it would have been easier if it worked, but it didn't.
John,
So-
can you please tell Chuck what's the purpose of ClickFunnels?
ClickFunnels sells ClickFunnels. If you're
Purpose
using it
of Click-
for any other purpose, don't expect it to work.
Yeah, I really wanted that 2 Comma Club award, but I don't care anymore. So,
The purpose of ClickFunnels is to sell ClickFunnels, Chuck.
yep. Well, I thought it would work for running my summit too, but it turns out that that is not the case. So, anyway, yeah. So I moved it all over to WordPress, but that cost me a day or two. And then my friend who's been doing the promo images for the speakers, I still haven't seen it from him. I was supposed to have him on Wednesday. So anyway, I should be able to get everything out so people can promo the summit, but I don't want to postpone it again.
And by the way, I don't think you need to actually send any email about all the stuff that's going on your side of the equation, because most people are not really like
Yeah.
really.
I don't think
last-
people cared. Yeah.
No, nobody cares. In the last 1 month, I've been on 2 different summits, right?
Yeah.
And it's more like people, like the summit owner of the other summit is chasing me to promote it. And I'm like, I just don't, like, not right now. So most of the times it's the other way around. You'd be surprised. Nobody cares about your summit.
Yeah.
Only you
Yeah,
care
I've-
about your summit. So you
I've
don't
got
even
a
need to
bunch
tell
of people that are eager to promote it, and so I need to get this stuff to them so they can.
They're
do that
eager to
themselves.
promote it, but they don't care as much as you do. So you don't need to even
Yeah.
tell them why things are backed up on your end. You're like,
Yeah,
it is
fair.
what it is.
Well, yeah, and the email that goes out this afternoon, once I have all this stuff nailed down, is basically going to be, hey, here's how you get in to get your affiliate code, and here's all the material I have for you to promote it. We're going to hit it hard on Monday. Thank you for everything, kind of thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, Monday might be too early for people to hit hard. I'm telling you already because it's Cyber Monday, Cyber Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, however they want to do it, the summit starts on the 7th, so a week from Monday. So,
Dude, don't do it then. Don't do it on some 7th.
when should I do it then?
It would be hard to promote. Like after all the Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Cyber Tuesday hangover,
Yeah.
then you expect people to send more emails for your summit.
So, what do I do? Push it back another week?
I don't know. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I mean, trying to promote anything next week is going to be really, really
Yeah.
hard.
It's a
Yeah,
hangover.
if I push it back the week after, then the other thing is I can tell them all, here's the deal. What I want for my birthday is on the 14th. What I want for my birthday is one email. to go to your list.
That's a good one.
At least one.
I like that angle. You will get some takers on that.
I probably will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn it, why is my birthday not right on Cyber Monday or Black Friday? Because I'm like, all I want for my birthday is for you to buy one of my products.
Yeah, there you go. Help
Actually,
me. Help you.
what you want is the angle. You want to say, what I want for my birthday is for you to buy yourself something nice around a $500 price point. And then you want to say, you see, if you send an email to your list and you promote,
Right. You'll make, yeah. You should make enough to be able to go do that. Yeah.
What I want for my birthday is to spoil yourself. And then the next email is, oh, by the way, I have a birthday offer, birthday special, and these are all the offers. So you pre-frame them.
Oh,
into
to my
small-
list?
I think we're hypothetically talking about this, right?
Yeah.
First email is like, for my birthday, it's like what John is saying, all I want is for you to spoil yourself.
Yeah.
And nothing.
I
And that's
love
it. That's the whole email. I just want you to spoil yourself with something that you've been wanting for a while.
Yep.
And 4 hours later, you send an email saying, hey, by the way, I'm running a birthday promotion. And these are all the ways in which you can spoil yourself.
Yeah. All right. Good deal.
Good deal.
Well,
all right.
yeah, as far as thoughts go, my thought basically centers around just making a plan, right? So we've kind of outlined in big chunks, a lot of the plan for this. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to get a lot more specific on how I'm going to approach this. But yeah, I mean, just knowing what to do next. I mean, it just makes a big difference because then I'm not sitting here staring at my screen trying to go, okay, now what do I need to do?
Yeah.
I'll say that mine for this week will be simplify everything as much as possible. It's better to take a lower amount of effectiveness for a higher degree of simplicity. Like you should be always making that trade-off, right? Because ultimately, what ends up happening is if you go the other direction and you try to tweak things to get the highest degree of efficiency in your trade complexity for that, is you will hit a wall because it's inevitable. So it's better to go the other direction, to see what things can you remove, what things do you not need, right? How simple can you make something and still get the 80% of the result, because then you can do more things and then you can grow and scale. And so that's the thing that and the thing is, it's the same thing like having bad code or having technical debt. The biggest thing that I struggle with now in business is all the stuff that I have set myself up in the past where I've created complexity and you don't even see it sneaking up on you. It's just like a little bit of complexity there. And then pretty soon you're, so much of your time is being eaten up by dealing with complexity. So keep things simple. Every so often go in with a machete and cut things out that aren't performing, and keep it clean.
It's a good one. It's something that we need to keep. It's almost like we can never hear enough of. Trying to simplify. It applies to so many different fields of life, so many facets of life. My thought today is that sometimes, or not sometimes, but almost every single time, you want to test things as much as you can before you put them out for play. And that's kind of is the game of entrepreneurship. Like you test things and then you roll them out, test, roll them out. And sometimes those tests don't work. And sometimes those tests don't really reveal, like, that's the whole point of a test, an experiment, that some experiments fail and some experiments succeed. And sometimes you just gotta take a swing, test, experiment, learn your lessons, lick your wounds, and come back for the next session. Because only through experimentation and testing do you figure out what your boundaries are, what your limitations are, and what's possible with what you're trying to accomplish. So testing is a big part of business.
Mhm.
But then I also want to plus one what John said, which is simplify.
Yep.
If there's a way to do both, then do that.
Yep, absolutely.
Because it's easy to complicate things by doing too much testing and too much additions and too much slap on to make it better. And then you lose the effectiveness of it.
Yeah, I think there's an assumption in both of your things, though, that you're also documenting a lot of this stuff, right? So that you know what you're cutting, right? It's, hey, this is the process for this. Okay, we're going to cut this out, this out.
I'm not sure about that. I think this is much, I'm not sure what John's saying, but I was thinking a little more when John said it.
Oh,
I was thinking
big
more meta,
projects.
more meta, like more
Yeah.
of should you even launch this product? Should you even launch this? Like, should you even take on this marketing effort? Should you even create another business? Like all at that meta level. But yeah, I guess simplicity goes way deep than just meta simplicity.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's everything, because it's like, should you even put this line in the sales page, right? Should you even, you know, put this into the offer? Should you, all kinds of things, like, should you even send this email? Right? It's like, the more complicated it is, that like a good example of this is like In-N-Out Burger, right? They have this simple menu, simple process. They're able to expand and have so many locations because it's so easy and simple for them to set up, right? They basically try to make things as simple as possible. But yeah, it comes down to focus, right? It's like, because ultimately you'll be in maintenance. Like, you have to whatever you build, you have to maintain. Everything gets old. So
That's right. That is right. That is right. And the simplest system is the best system. The simplest system is the highest leverage system.
all right, I guess that's it. We'll
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Chuck enjoyed his Mountain Dew. I'm gonna go try and get some coffee today.
Okay.
How much caffeine is in that shirt?
I don't know. Does it say on it somewhere?
Isn't it the most caffeinated drink?
I think so. Aside from like
54
Rockstar.
milligrams per 12 fluid ounces.
And that was 16. It's not that
It's
bad.
20. It's
Not bad.
24.
Oh, okay, so 100. Okay, no wonder
109 milligrams.
you've been a little pipey, a little chippy today.
Yeah. I'll have to go pick up a Rockstar or something. Bounce off the walls.
Ooh.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Hopefully we'll have some good sales to report.